Good morning. Welcome back to Can It Be with me, Zozo. It's me, so I'm gonna set me free. Do you guys remember the Cheetah Girls? If you don't remember the Cheetah Girls, then I don't know. Do we have much in common? If you weren't a fan of the Cheetah Girls, I don't know. Do we have much in common? Don't know, girly. Anyway, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Can It Be with me, Zozo. Today, I want to talk about how discipline is actually super easy and moderation is super easy. You're just making it more complicated than it has to be. I have been crucified with Christ, and it's no longer I that live, but Christ who lives in me. Galatians 2:20 says that exactly. You have to die to yourself daily. The whole pick up your cross and walk, pick up your cross thing is not like a cute little a greeting card situation. It's not that. You have to actually pick up your cross daily. You have to die to yourself daily. That means you ask yourself, which wolf am I going to feed today in this moment? The one that's going to push me forward or the one that's going to keep me stuck? Always ask yourself, what effect is my action having on my life, having on me? Like, is what I'm about to do going to push me forward, or is what I'm about to do going to keep me stuck? Is this behavior, is this pattern, is this way of thinking, is this belief system that I have, is this belief that I have going to push me forward, or is it going to keep me stuck? Focus on what you said you were going to do. People overcomplicate discipline. It's not about you, it's about how you see yourself. So focus on what you said you were going to do. The outcome is never the goal. Life is as easy as you want it to be. Life is as complicated as you want it to be. It all starts in your thinking. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. What is that other verse? There's another verse that's similar to that, but not exactly that. It's like, oh, Ephesians 4:22. There it is. You were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. That is basically the anthem of the whole freaking week. That is the anthem of me, my life, everything. That is the anthem of you. You need to put off your old self and be ye renewed in the spirit of your mind and the attitude of your mind. The outcome is not the goal. The outcome is never the goal. Don't focus on like where you're trying to be. This is how you become disciplined. It's always funny because it's like the thing that you're trying to become is you always become it when you're not trying to become it. And I don't know why that's true, other than the fact of the nature of boring a vacuum. So like if I really don't want to be, what is it that people say? It's like the second you stop wanting someone, they show up again, because now you've created space for them to show up again. But the outcome is not the goal. Don't focus on where you're trying to be more disciplined. Just focus on the right inputs. Just focus on doing the right thing. Just focus on the daily actions, because that's all you have control over. And as long as those daily actions are getting you to where you want to go, then you're good. You're solid. If you don't want to spend everything you make, I used to be so insane with my spending. I don't know. I just had no guardrails whatsoever. When I started making my own money, I was like, if I had it, I was spending it. spinning it around the block. Like if I had it, I was spending it. If I had it, I was going. I would just spend basically everything I made. With the Delulu thinking. I mean, it's not Delulu. It's definitely a mindset. But with the thinking that everything I spend comes back to me double. So that's how I thought about things. Just because everything comes back to you double doesn't mean you have to spend all of it on things that don't appreciate, or assets, or things that you actually invest in. No, you can do that. That's a thing that can happen. It's not like you have to just accumulate things. That's what my thinking was like. And so if you don't want to spend everything you make, you don't sit there fighting your spending impulses and saying like, we're not buying this, rule number 700, da, da, da. You don't do that. You focus on looking for opportunities to actually grow what you have and grow your capital and grow your income, instead of focusing on ways to shrink it. And so when you're overly focused on, we're not spending money on coffee, we're not spending money on Sephora hauls, we're not spending money on fragrance, we're not spending money on da-da-da, we're not doing this, we don't need that. You put yourself in an energy of like scrimping, shrinking, getting smaller, instead of an energy of expansion, which is, how can I grow this money? How can I do this? How can I multiply this? How can I make this more than it was? You set up systems, you automate transfers, you remove certain shopping apps from your phone. You will be missed. You remove certain shopping apps from your phone. You unsubscribe to certain emails. You make it easier for yourself to do the right thing versus the wrong thing. If you are trying to cut back on sugar, you make it harder for yourself to eat said sugar. I came back from Japan and I was eating rice every single day. Rice is not bad, girl. I'm an African girl. Like, I love me some rice. You know this. Everyone knows this. I love rice. I've been loved rice all my life. Will never not love rice. But rice doesn't sit well with morning skinny. Rice does not sit well with morning skinny. Like, sue me. So in order for me to cut back on the rice intake, I had to stop getting seaweed because I love the taste of rice and seaweed. It's so good. Salty, sweet, soft, warm, crunchy. Everything that you need is right there. I just made it harder for me to do the thing that would pull me away from what I wanted to do. That's all I did. I didn't focus on like eating less sugar while the sugar is present. You don't bring an alcoholic into a home full of alcohol. You don't do that. You're not trying to have perfect willpower around food. You're a human being and it's just food. It's not the end of the world. You meal prep so that when you're hungry, you meal prep your veggies so that when you're hungry, you can just like go pick them up. That you make the healthiest option the easiest option. You put guardrails. You think about future you. You are mindful of yourself. You put out your workout clothes the night before so that there's no friction of, oh, what am I going to wear? Let me just not go. You're not fighting yourself. You're not trying to force yourself to be patient with difficult people for no reason. You decide ahead of time how you're going to respond to them, you know? Moderation is easy if you let it be. One of the fruits of the spirit is moderation because too much of anything is not good. Too little of anything is not good. You'll deplete. Too much of anything is not good. You don't have capacity for it. Too much on either side, too much of the extremes. That's why the path of the just is a nice little, it is the path of moderation. Moderation in all things is really the surefire way to not crash out. That's basically it. You won't crash out if you're moderate. I promise. I love you. God loves you. And I will see you tomorrow.